Good morning. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewerline Check Professionals. We're here at 615 Seward Street in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, so I've accessed today's main sewer line from a 3.5-inch main sewer line cleanout located about 15 feet to the left of the, 15 feet to the right of the front door. And it's located in the front yard, just within that 2-foot range of the edge of the structure. So we've gone ahead and opened up this access point. We've pushed here 38 feet to the connection at public sewer. So we're going to be coming from public sewer back up to this main sewer line cleanout that we accessed today. And I'll be commenting on the conditions and the materials that have been found in the line. Now immediately, pulling away from public sewer, we are in a 6-inch diameter vitrified clay sewer lateral. Now the vitrified clay is a very common material for main sewer lines, has a long service life expectancy. However, it's more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity, and it also has a tendency to let in roots of the joint areas. Now, you can see there, here at this connection point to public sewer, you can see a small chip or crack kind of running along the top side of the pipe. So this is what we would consider surface cracking, surface chipping. You can see the pipe isn't broken all the way through. There's just a section of it that's cracked along the top. And as long as that condition doesn't get any worse, there's no reason to necessarily go ahead and dig that up to fix that one section of repair. But it is something to keep in mind that if that does get any worse, or if the pipe does crack through completely, essentially if it gets through the entire width of the pipe, that is something that's going to need to be replaced. But we do have in this clay pipe a material which is more brittle, so the likelihood of having those kind of surface cracks and chips are just something that you are going to start to see when you have that section of clay, because it does have that brittle material. And as long as it's not cracked all the way through and the pipe isn't completely broken, then there's nothing to be necessarily concerned about, and that's typically just considered an issue with the pipe, in the sense that it is a common issue, a common concern. Now here at 20 feet we have a little bit more of a concern, and here we have a section of pipe that's cracked, that's actually cracked all the way through. You can see the crack starting at near the top left corner of the screen, and it's going towards the center, bottom kind of middle of the screen. And you can see that crack running all along. So I went ahead and located this out, and there's a little bit of a better shot. You can see, that's not a root, that is a broken pipe. So we went ahead and marked this out. Now this is actually in the center of the sidewalk, in the center of the driveway. So if you stood in the driveway and then you stepped onto the sidewalk, essentially the center of the driveway and the center of the sidewalk. And I've marked that with a small dot of green marking paint. The marking paint's water soluble, so when the plumber, after the plumber's been done, they can just go ahead and wipe off the paint. Now this point is at a depth of about 7 feet. This section of the pipe will need to get repaired. Now here at 20 feet we're actually changing materials, and we're going from that vitrified clay into an original cast iron pipe. Now cast iron typically has a surface life of about 70 to 80 years. And as the cast iron pipe gets older, it goes through various stages of deterioration. Now, I can say that this line looks like it has kind of light to mild deterioration. There's rust and scale buildup. You can see the bottom of the pipe is no longer has that perfect cylindrical shape. It's started to become kind of bumpy, rocky, with the rust and scale that started to occur. The bottom of the pipe has started to level out a little bit more than the other portions of the line. But there's nothing in this section that's broken. There's nothing in this section that is in need of immediate repair. But it is something to keep in mind that basically in the middle of the main sewer line we have a 6-foot section of original cast iron which is an older pipe, and it will eventually need to get replaced. Now here, we're converting into an ABS plastic pipe. Now, ABS plastic is an excellent material for main sewer lines. It has a long surface life expectancy. It has a smooth inner surface, which makes it very efficient at washing out debris. And lastly, it's intended to be impervious to root intrusions. So overall, it's an excellent material for main sewer lines. Alright, so we're actually pulling out of the cleanup that we accessed today. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off the camera, and then I'll show you where we accessed, where the line runs. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to button this back up. So this is actually the main sewer line cleanout. It's located here in the front yard. The front door is right over there. Alright, so I'm just going to get a photograph of this for the report, and then I'll kind of orient you as to where we're at and what needs to get repaired. Okay, so the main sewer line access to this point, it actually runs in a diagonal path towards the driveway. And the line runs to the driveway. Now, you can't necessarily see it in the video that the video that we're shooting now, but essentially if you go right behind this car right here into the center of that sidewalk, into the center of this driveway, put a small dot of green marking paint. That's where the break in the vitrified clay exists, and that's where it needs to be fixed and repaired. But it's only about 38 feet from that clean out to the connection at public sewer. We have that first 11 feet or 12 feet of the ABS plastic. That's in good shape. Then you have that section of about 6 feet of cast iron. It's an older pipe material, but there's nothing to fix about it now. And then you have it 20 feet the clay all the way to the 38-foot mark at the connection point at public sewer. So really, my recommendations at this time are going to be to get that section of clay repaired. And other than that, just keep an eye on the system with proper maintenance and proper inspection, and just make sure that there's nothing else that's going on at a later date. But the only immediate repair to do is to get that section of clay fixed. Okay, so with that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.